Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Magically Mundane Podcast. My name is Spencer, and I'm being joined by Taylor and Desi. Taylor is getting top billing today because he's the one editing this. So I hope he does a good job. You better. Taylor, zoom in on my face.
I like it.
Future Taylor, zoom in on my face. Be a good editor. All right. So, the point of this podcast is for us to bring topics every week to talk about and discuss. It's just, hey, this interested us, so we're going to talk about it at length. And if you don't like our length, well, leave a like, share, subscribe, maybe. That'd be nice. And then you can leave after you like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Good boy.
Like our link.
Yes. All right.
Please.
So I'm bringing to today's topic. So I'm hosting this week. We are going to be talking about the makings of an epic scene in media. So what I'm going to push it over to y'all real quick. What is the most epic scene in media that you've seen? Like when you think the word epic, what comes to mind? And not the musical,
I can't think of,
not the musical epic, not the movie epic.
There's an epic movie?
There's an epic movie about small people.
That's crazy.
They ride on they ride on, what are they called? Hummingbirds. They ride on hummingbirds.
Oh yeah, that animated movie. I know you're talking about the fairies and stuff.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
they're called homosexuals.
That's crazy.
You
Sorry.
can't just use slurs.
You want to hear my favorite slur?
Okay. Okay.
Cut this out, future
4chan.
Taylor. Cut this out.
No, honestly, I can't. I don't know about the most epic, but I can think of like two really fun epic scenes, and I'll say, if we choose movies, let's go with, one of the greatest ones. I think that everybody was really hyped up for, since I'm a big Marvel fan. Endgame. Do you remember when Steve Rogers gets the "on your left"? It's the Avengers Assemble moment. When you see en masse everybody who came to like assist, and then all of a sudden everything's falling in place. You're seeing that the big bad has already shown his full force. Now so is a force to eat, like evil and then good. And of course, you got the crispy moment. Of course, Avengers Assemble, and it just goes after it.
I'm gonna second that one. Okay.
I hate to disagree.
It was a
by
definition that was.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think in that scene, right? That was a great scene.
Yeah.
But there was one better scene in that movie, right?
Same movie.
Yes, same movie,
Okay.
and we all know what it is, right? And it was like Captain America gets the hammer.
That one's
Right.
good. I like that one.
I think when he gets the hammer, right? I think I may have jizzed a few times in my pants.
Goodness. Okay. All right. So, but here's my thing with the Avengers Assemble thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's my issue with it is they are, and maybe this is an issue with me and how we grew up, but they're trying to be epic. And how do you be epic without trying to be epic? But you can see the effort to be epic because everyone
It's like peeing your pants without peeing your pants, though, Spencer.
No,
you have to pee your
that's
pants.
fair, but
You have to try to pee your pants. If you're gonna pee.
I'm thinking about, but here's my thing. You were talking about the army of good versus the army of evil, and that made me think of something that I thought was a bit more epic, which is in movies, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, when they are at the gates and they are charging the literal army of humans going after the orcs. And it's panning over everything. It's a wide shot. You see that they're surrounded. And Aragorn has his sword and is like, charge. And he's going after it. That's epic to me because it's sincere about being epic. It is just what naturally happens. How did I want to know.
Well, wait, Taylor.
How did Sam know to say on your left? The portal wasn't open yet.
No. It was because of the other movies before it. So, I think it was like one of the first few Captain. It was either Winter Soldier, I think. So, basically, when Sam and Cap are training, he's sitting here like, 'cause I don't know if you remember too, but basically, as Cap's literally lapping him as they're doing like PT.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there.
They're in DC doing that.
Yeah, and he's like, so what does Captain do? He goes, on your left, I'm passing you. So he keeps hearing it. Sam's like an honest soldier. He's fighting. He's doing the best he can. He's an in shape like guy. He's a superhero class, right? It's Captain America, super serum. You're juicing. He's gonna show it to you. That guy should never have had a campaign, by the way, about drugs. That was the craziest thing. That dude is made from a bottle, and he's like, "You don't do drugs, though.
Don't do drugs, kids." But
Yeah,
you had
you don't
so many. He had so many injections. Hey, but I only did it once.
One time doesn't count. So if you do it once, you're good.
But
want to try heroin?
Oh, it's because there's a quip right before the scene.
Yeah,
that's my issue with it. I think it insists upon itself that it's epic, and that's the scene that makes me sound so. It demand the Lord of the Rings scene. That's just what happens in war. But
I mean,
if the portals just opened and they flooded in, and then someone said something, that's fine. But when you say something and then something epic happens, it undercuts the epicness with humor, and I don't.
Oh, no. That one wasn't supposed to be humorous, though, Spence. It was supposed to like define the idea that like backup is coming. So it was to let him know, one, that he was alive because he was also dead, and then two, we're coming. Don't worry.
No, because in the scene, it showed that they were in a desperate moment, right? Where they're like literally like, if no one else comes, he's gonna die.
Yeah, it's a 3v. What was like a 3 or 4v? Like everyone.
Yeah,
it's been literally. It's been half a decade since I've seen the movie, so maybe I'm misremembering it. But like, it just when I heard it, I was like, on your left. And then it's just portal. I'm like, oh, and everyone gets a cameo. Look at them striking a pose. No, I want to see someone. Yeah. I want to see someone trying their like you said in that same movie, Captain America getting the hammer. That's epic. Even with Thor going like, I knew it, because there was so much payoff for that. There was so much, and it also confirms what the audience already knew, that Captain America would be worthy. Same thing with Aragorn charging it. It confirms that he is the true king of the humans because he's leading the charge. Like, he is if not the first one to run out, he is the third one to run out because the two hobbits run before him.
Right.
But
no, I thought it was a pretty epic one too. Yeah. I do agree with that.
Yeah,
the scene itself was like it didn't. I understand what you mean too, because it didn't like insist upon itself to be epic in that scene because it was every piece. In fairness, though, remember the difference between Tolkien writing versus like Marvel Disney.
That's fair.
There's different classes.
But here's the thing:
that's fair.
Marvel can be epic because it also has that "I am Iron Man" snap.
That's a good point. That was Endgame really was a good movie though.
No, it has there was a lot of bangers in that.
Now here's the thing: it's a good movie. It has a lot of banger, epic ones. I am saying that the cameo, CGI, and I hate to say this, but like, practical is the way to go. But like the CGI portals, everyone doing a pose, Spider-Man coming out and landing. Like,
but it's a superhero movie.
Yeah, but so does Lord of the Rings. Most of Lord of the Rings is CGI too.
That's true. But
come on. Come on. Come on.
God.
Most of Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings.
They had to make a new way of making chainmail for the movie. They had real horses. They had real, like, not real orcs, but they had people in armor and not a green suit with dots all over it.
Okay, so
fair.
we hate substitutions. That mean you hate Yoda from Star Wars for being a Muppet?
No, he should have been a Muppet because that's practical. He should always be
No,
a Muppet.
no, because they should. In the original Star Wars trilogy, right?
He's
We're
a
talking
Muppet.
about the first Star Wars movie. He is a puppet.
That's
And
what
I love that movie, but he looks like trash.
He doesn't like trash.
He looks like.
How could you say that to the Nicki Minaj?
I'm serious. I would pay money for Kermit the Frog as Yoda.
That'd be hilarious.
I would.
No, Kermit the Frog is Yoda. That would be hilarious.
You could probably substitute. You'd be okay.
No, I need them to remake all of episode 1 through 3 with Yoda being a puppet. Still doing all the flips and stuff. Everything.
Guy attached him.
Yes.
Because even in the original trilogy, Yoda still didn't do all those flips.
No, he got on his back and they were like, "Cool, backpack him,
Right.
take him to his little mud hut, feed him his frog soup,
Then let him pass.
die."
Right.
Sir,
No. Look, there's good CGI. I'm not going to say I'm not a purist. I need to be very clear. But when there's so much green screen that Gandalf cries, that's an issue. But like when they were making the Hobbits, and
Right.
Sir Ian was on set, and he says, because he's surrounded by green screens, he's not with any other actors because they're going to be putting him in after. He's like, this is not why I became an actor.
I mean, because I'm not an elitist by any means, but if it looks good, it looks good.
Right.
So that's kind of how I've always taken as like, if it looks really good, I can make a pass for it, because generally, while acting methods evolve as your medium does, right? If you can quietly insert a person and then from there actually still make a continuous, cohesive like interaction, that's so good. Because like
There
a
is
good example is
skill
like
there.
CGI for like Rocket Raccoon and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously, it's just a dude on his knees or crawling around like.
Yeah. There's only so much you could do.
Yeah, but I understand what you mean too. There's limits to how like far it's either enjoyable, because if the actors themselves don't feel they can stay in character or maintain it, character quality comes down, and then you're having a conundrum of, we got to replace this because he's not bringing the same energy he brought to these other roles.
Right.
Right. When it's difficult to do so.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, what other scenes?
Okay, let's go into anime. We all love anime. When Luffy first goes into Sun God Luffy.
Spoilers.
Yeah, big spoiler there. Not like we don't have it here, but big
Future
spoiler.
Taylor can flash spoilers up on the screen. Spoiler
you get
alert!
it now.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler: Luffy gets a power. It's an anime.
Oh no, he got a power up and his hair changed. Said every anime protagonist. Every anime protagonist.
I mean, technically, that's what this figurine's a big ass spoiler too. So
Whatever.
Blur it until now. Like a penis.
Oh.
It goes the most of the video not blurred. Now we're gonna censor. Now spoiler.
That's awesome.
But let's go back into the anime. The one that I listened to this when I was still on an Air Force base, when I had to get up for PT and go for a run. It was My Soldier's Rage. That I love that scene.
Oh yeah.
Call me corny. That made me want to run better. That made me want to get up and go. And it's not because I would chug an energy drink right when I woke up, because it's 5:30 in the morning and we're about to go do a 5K. It is that I'm contributing it to that scene of My Soldier's Rage. And then everyone screams and they run and they die.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you with that scene.
Yeah.
I know people are gonna hate me for this. I love Attack on Titan. I think it's a pretty okay anime, right? I
You're
do
already
not
dead
like
at
that scene.
What?
I do not like that scene.
Okay,
Really?
so
I remember watching that scene,
huh,
and it pissed me off.
Sorry, I had to control myself.
why did it piss
The
you
reason
off?
it pissed me off because I was like, oh man, like all these people are going the rest of their lives. I didn't expect everyone to survive, right? But then I look back, I'm like, they all died.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's BS.
Did you not get Attack on Titan when everyone dies before that, or then with the scene where everyone else dies before that, or the scene where everybody else dies?
It really felt like to me.
Spoilers again.
Right. I mean, okay. If you haven't watched Attack, it's completed. It's completed. It's on you at this point.
It
fair.
has come. It is complete.
It is done. It is done.
Yeah.
Watch the circle of an anime.
Aaron died the same place he napped. So
Wow.
What
he
a
was-
complete
Wow.
crap.
he
We
was
didn't know that.
sleeping
Spoiler.
on his he was sleeping on his grave, and that's why he got that dream. He anyways.
It's paradoxical. That's what we love it.
But
No, but that's
everyone
interesting.
can.
Why did- is it-
So now everyone can make fun of Taylor for being the
Yeah.
one that's outnumbered because
Yeah.
that
Okay.
is now maybe it's because you're talking to two army guys being My Soldier's Rage because just because everybody dies does not make it bad. The music in it rising and rising as he talks about the fallen soldiers before them and how the soldiers after them will carry on and they have to trust that the next generation will do that. That is epic. And maybe that's because I'm also a dad, because that's epic
That's
to
tough.
me.
Yeah, I can understand that, Spence. Because at the same time, so from a perspective too, because remember, I don't know if you remember too, when Levi's talking to Commander Irwin, and he's like, "I need to get you out of here." Right? He's
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna let you die here. You're too important. I'll lead them. I can fit. He's like, nope. You have a job to do. I have a job to do. And
I think I agree with that. The thing for me, why I felt a little stupid too. I mean, honestly, I feel like Irwin should have been the one who should have got the Titan blood. I think.
Yes,
Oh,
Pussy
for
Boy should
Armin?
be dead. Pussy Boy should be dead.
I love Armin, right?
He's my
He's a
favorite
great character,
boy.
right? But I still think Irwin's still. Okay, again, they revealed later they only lived for like 15 years after that.
yeah, but I like Armin, and I think yeah.
Irwin was such a better strategic military officer.
He was
than any of
also
them.
now. Here's the thing: Arwen would have also done anything without hesitation that walking nuke of a Titan needed to do. No hesitation. I'm nuking the planet because that's what had to
the
happen.
same thing too.
No, but I think that's the point too. Would you hand a nuke to somebody who's like, yeah, I'm gonna definitely drop this, or the guy who thinks about the moral consciousness or the weight thereof of like, if I transform, I'm gonna quite literally vaporize everything around me.
Yeah.
And I mean, it played a key part. But I see what you mean, though. I can't deny that,
Yeah.
as I think of it, Irwin was definitely the better charismatic leader.
For sure.
I don't.
No,
I can't
'cause
say that
also
he was
when he
good
got
strategic.
bit off of, when he also another scene when he got bit off of his horse and he tells everyone advance.
Yeah, he didn't care.
Yeah.
Lose an arm? No, don't care. No,
Yeah.
no. You get Aaron. I'm a figure. I got homies.
No, that's fair.
I remember that. Those are one of the toughest times too, though. Because once I caught him with that, it was like, oh, is Irwin gonna die here? No, he's got too much care. Okay, no, he doesn't care.
No,
he
yeah,
doesn't care.
Nah.
He's
Nah.
he's gonna cut his way out.
Now-
Then the one I don't even know how to describe this. I don't know. That scene for me was epic because I liked how the one character who did live, the one character who lived, he became important for the rest of the series.
Are you talking about Levi?
I'm actually Levi too, but I was actually gonna talk about Floch, or Flock, I think his name. I don't know, but he specifically was because that moment was. I don't want to say I can't say the 9 to the 11, but it was kind of like if one of us lived through that and was like, I got things I got to do. Irwin's speech, even though it quite literally motivated people to literally go charge to their death and get waves of rock volleys, which I gotta think, who can just command you to be like, I won't tell you to stay.
It's the power of
I'm gonna
the
tell you.
epic scene. It's the power of the
I'm
epic
sorry to
scene.
die.
Yeah. We're going to die. In fact,
Yeah.
that is a crazy thought. No, oh yeah, we could no ODM gear to maneuver out of this. We have
No,
horses.
like
And
your
that guy's there.
your survival rate's like less than like 0.1%.
Yeah. So sure, we can approach this being bleak, or we give him everything we've got while we trust that our comrades are going to finish him off, which did happen.
That's what you have to do. That is. Here's the thing. Those are the
But
speeches that.
Alternatively, do
Those
flip,
are the
it's like-
speeches that got people to run out of trenches at machine guns.
Yeah.
That's what happened in 2 world wars and still happens today. Those charismatic leaders are the ones that make men get out of safe trenches and run at machine guns.
These are the good leaders, though, not the like, hey, Lieutenant says we gotta like move 400 yards into no man's land. Into no man's land. Why?
We're gonna make it
So-
that far?
There's a minefield
man,
out
orders.
there. There's a minefield out there. You guys are going up there first. You guys need to clean sweep it. Excuse me? Keep running
What?
until you explode.
You're gonna low crawl, okay? Take out your bayonet. You're gonna do this little thing where you dig. You're gonna take a couple pokes before you go. And if you encounter some type of bomb or maybe a landmine, pray that you don't poke it, but poke around it and dig it up.
Do you think that they ever lied to them? Where it's like, you know what? If you go up there with your entrenchment tool and whack it, it disarms it.
Ah!
That's no.
Oh.
You know what happens? That's who you send like the least private or like someone who isn't pulling their share of duties. Send them with like a battle buddy with someone else you don't like, and then have them go clear it. Why not? Not contributing to the overall mission. That's evil. Okay. Sure, you're leaving a soldier behind, but this is war. This isn't fun.
That's crazy.
And maybe you shouldn't have ate my rations, Daniel.
I wanted that. I wanted those crackers.
Next
You piece
time
of shit.
I get a spinach and what was it? Spinach and
Look-
fettuccine, the cream
Oh,
one. If
yeah.
you leave me that MRE, that's
Dude,
fair. That's fair game. There's only so many times. Imagine that you're a good leader. You're passing out MREs. You're passing out food. Okay, I'm just hoping for chili mac. I'm hoping for something reasonable. Then you hand me that creamy spinach and fettuccine. I open it up. Thinking, at least there's meat. No.
I hated
probably
the
like 2
vegetarian
weeks
ones.
into it.
I hated the vegetarian
Vegetarian
ones.
bread.
They had me on the toilet so much longer with all that fiber. And
Yeah, I just chose not to eat it, man. That
It-
I was gonna be like, you know what? I'm fat enough. I can make this happen.
I was
can make
losing weight like it was no one's business.
Yep.
And here's the thing, I've been putting it back on. You can see my double chin right here. Would you rather have a leader that will lie and tell you sweet lies until you die, or someone that tells you you're about to run and die right now? To make
I
it
think I would
3
appreciate-
feet that way. We're going to get up and make a new trench 3 feet in front of us.
I don't know.
I think, to be honest, I'd like the honest leader. Because you know
Yeah.
what sucks? Imagine, just put yourself in a situation, right? You're a soldier under my command. I'm just, let's just say I'm just your team lead, right? And we're like, yeah, squad leader pretty much just told it to me as it is. But you know, I don't think you guys are going to do it. So I lie to you. I go, hey, we're just going to go over there. It's going to be really easy. It's not super dangerous. I know you're hearing bullets flying, okay? Don't even worry about it. Keep your head low, okay? And we're just going to crawl, okay? We're going to get there and think of your family, because that's really what we're doing this for. All these sweet nothing lies just to get gunned down. Your moments are hell.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I am lied to so good that I am confident and that I am going to get across there and that I'm blown into nothingness, my final thoughts were, I've got this. Like, if you can. And then
That makes you,
then
your
I
last thought was
explode.
like, this is fine. Missed. That's it.
I mean,
Would you rather
Yeah.
be? Would you rather?
I don't. I mean, honestly, I don't. I understand the sentiment of the truth, right? But sometimes, especially in war, the truth doesn't help.
I would like to know, like, hey man,
Hey,
they got
guys.
pendants around on all three sides. We need a couple runners to just make this happen.
Yeah, but in their situation, whether it's life and death, are you really gonna run?
Sometimes you got to be noble, man. Yeah, am I going to be the first guy? No, I wasn't the first guy in regular time, all right? The rule, don't be first, don't be last, and don't volunteer, just be involved.
I was always volunteering. I swept so many floors because I got leeway.
That's good. Alternatively, I have that middle of the pack mentality, so I shouldn't really be picked for this 2-man runner mission, but if it's going to be me, I'm going to run honestly and with valor, okay? With honor. Versus the last few things on my mind, I got this.
You want to
This
run
is easy.
Do you want to run in fear or confidence? What do you want to do?
I want to run knowing. That's if it's fear first, that might actually motivate you a little better too. You get adrenaline boost. Confidence, I got this. This is safe. Oh,
If you were told, hey, I am low crawling, and if I come across a minefield, I can easily disarm it by whacking it. And you're right next to it. You whack it with your little shovel, and you're missed. What's the issue? You went forward, and you were happy that this was going to be an easy mission. And your final thoughts as you move on to whatever is after this were happy ones.
You know the crazy part too is it would be my luck that you survived that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think
No,
that's why
if you
I can
are
understand.
that close,
I think
with
I'd
your
rather be lied
entrenchment
to.
tool.
Well, I think I'd rather be lied to, right? I can also
You're
also understand the
definitely last
sentiment of not be told the truth too. Because if I'm told the truth and I die, I mean, I get crippled.
And you knew.
And I knew, okay, that's fine. But if I get crippled and I didn't know, and I figured out you lied to me, I'm gonna come at you with a vengeance.
Okay,
if I can't,
okay. You are told that you are told that you are low crawling and that you are going to die if you come across a mine. You're gonna die.
Yeah.
How? You're not going to be low crawling very quickly, are you? You're not getting those 3 feet,
But
are you?
remember,
You're going to hear that click.
click.
You're going to hear that click from the mine, and your last thoughts are, "I'm gone," and your same outcome. You're gone.
But I'm not concerned about my last thoughts being positive or negative. I just want the best odds of survival because the confidence one's going to be like, "Oh yeah, we're good. Shit." It's still going to be the same. Okay, you're going to feel something. Go, That's you only have 3 reactions you can have. Yeah, you get like 0.2 seconds before it goes off.
Right.
Oh, the dude. Hey, you want to go out like a mist?
He turned into feathers. He turned into feathers.
That's worse, by the way. Imagine them bringing home a pile of feathers. Like, this is what we could scrape of him. Like, what? Did you bust a pillow?
No, it's like, man, do they have smoke out here? No, that's Johnson. He turned to dust. You're breathing him in right now.
Oh.
Would you want that truth? Would you want that truth? Or do you want to hear the pretty lie of, yeah, sometimes there's sulfur in the air? You want the pretty lie of, hey, I'm breathing in sulfur, or hey, I'm breathing in Johnson?
I need to know if I'm breathing in Johnson. Johnson might have prior medical issues.
Oh. What do you mean I got AIDS?
This isn't even fair.
If you get AIDS from a man's ashes, that man started the zombie apocalypse. That's
crazy.
That man should have been killed if his ashes are contagious.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair. It was definitely but that's worse. Then now he's for sure patient 0, and you're like patient 1.
Oh.
What would you? Okay, all right. Let's hop out of Epic because I think we're far past it. I think we had a good conversation. Let's go. Let's take a step into what we're going to be calling from now on hypothetical corner. How about that?
Okay. Put my thinking cap on again.
Okay. Let's start off with an easy one. Would you rather have... Okay.
No thought. It was easy. Next question.
Would you rather have super strength or super speed, and why? You have Dash from The Incredibles' super speed, or Mr. Incredible's super strength.
Oh.
Dash can run on water, but he's not faster than a plane.
But
because those helicopters were keeping up with him.
Right.
That's also pretty sweet. That's like turbo speed, you know? You guys remember Turbo the Snail?
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't as fast as a race car, but like,
No, he wasn't
Really?
fast as a race car.
no.
F1 car would be at that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He was fast as shit.
I thought he got hurt. That's what I remember. Like, there was something that was keeping him from doing. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking of the Side 9 Happiness one with the 60-mile-an-hour man. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the Side 9 Happy. If you haven't seen it, it's basically a guy can run 60 miles an hour. So they put him in like NASCAR. Obviously, he's not going to be able to keep
No.
up. Like, right? He has a huge fall in life, and they're just like,
Also, aren't those
Are we-
tracks like really sticky?
yeah. So he had like even less of a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
Anyways, I feel like me personally, I'm picking speed, but that's only because, ironically, I just want to do things a little faster.
But you still
Imagine
perceive
tidying up
them
your
as
room in like a
slow.
couple minutes.
No, but you still perceive them as slow, though.
Does Dash perceive things as slow, or is it like a?
To function with super speed, you gotta perceive things faster, right? Like,
Yeah, I figure that makes sense.
Right. That would make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
Super strength is pretty good too.
his pros and cons.
well,
The speed.
this- yeah, go ahead.
I would come so fast.
What'd you say?
Anyway, so super strength is probably the way I would go.
Yeah, strength. The strength, super strength. You don't.
We
seem like
never
you
saw the downside of Dash's super speed, which was like calories. They never addressed that he would get hungry.
Yeah, but I already eat like a pig anyway, so this kind of works out
Yeah.
for me. Like I just would eat more. I mean, no, I see what you mean.
They never brought up.
Ooh.
He doesn't burn
Ooh.
calories faster.
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't, because they never bring up that he needs more calories. They do bring up friction, that his pants can catch on fire.
Right.
That's insane.
That's fair.
Yeah,
But I
Edna,
feel like he would burn more calories. I bet he has to burn more calories.
I mean, to run that much, I would think so. But
Right.
also, Mr. Incredible is so strong that he becomes invulnerable. Like, his invulnerability comes from how strong his muscles are. And his
Oh,
skin
wow.
is so strong that he has a jar on his table of bullets that bounced off me.
What?
That if you look at the scene of his big room on his
Right.
desk, there's a jar that says bullets that bounced off me.
I didn't even know that.
That's pretty hard.
Right.
That's pretty tough. Nah, yeah, added here. Drops in the jar like a change jar, bro.
It's crazy.
Okay, that's pretty tough. That's-
Yeah, I think I don't know. I feel like if there was more perks, if I could go faster with the super speed, I would pick the speed. But I think I would go with strength.
Why so? What are you trying to use it for?
I'm just gonna flip people's cars just because. I'm just gonna road rage.
Never mind. Never mind. He's not like superpowers.
What are you saying to me? Man!
You like that?
Yeah!
Why are you
That's your
flipping
car now.
cars, sir? Sir!
Yeah.
What? Yeah! We're done!
Right. You know the crazy part too? I'm gonna be like, the cops are gonna come over. Did you flip someone's car? What? What do you mean?
How do I flip it?
How would I do that? That makes no sense.
Sir, get down on the ground! Go ahead, shoot me. I have a jar
Oh.
ready. I have a jar ready for your bullets.
But
Nah.
cops are also known for this thing called gassing you. Not like the
Oh.
war crime gas, but like, the normal stuff. Tear gas.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is he
you're
strong
still
enough
gonna be
that he
affected.
doesn't cry? Is he strong enough to not cry? Also, what are they doing to you after they tear gas you? They try to handcuff you, break the handcuffs. They try to shoot you, it bounces off. Oh no, they gas you. What next? They can't do anything to you until you give yourself up. You're going to keep struggling.
Okay, my question is
They're gonna
then:
get you out, though.
are we in a superhero type world, or are we just
No,
the only
this
heroes?
world. This world.
This
Oh
one-
yeah, CIA and FBI are
Okay.
gonna have their way with us.
What?
You have super strength and super speed, either or. They're gonna look into you. They're gonna take you. You're gonna look one day into the registry and you're like, hey, here's my name. Like, this doesn't exist. And that's when you know. You'll see it. Subtle hints. Getting followed. You know.
I mean, it probably makes sense. If you give me super speed, I'm just gonna pants people in a 30-mile radius of me.
That's insane.
Like the moment you boom, talking to a chick, boom, and
We-
I'm taking your underwear down too.
That's crazy.
We do know that Flash can run faster than a camera can pick him up.
Dash can?
Oh,
Yeah.
Flash.
No, Dash.
Dash.
Yeah, Dash can. Because his teacher tries to videotape him.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
By
He's
the
not
way,
able
he
to be.
actually did get caught. Quote. It just showed the fact that him returning to his seat.
Actually,
He
no, so
moves
yeah.
so fast.
No, so he can't. It depends on the frame rate of the camera.
That's
The
fair.
higher frame rate of the camera, it can catch him.
I don't. Like I said, guys. I don't
60
need my
frames
speed.
per second. Let's say that
I'm
camera's
not- so
going
if we're
at
talking-
30 frames per second.
Yeah, that camera at the school is probably no more than 30. It was probably less than that, but let's say 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think anything over like 60 to 100 frames, he probably get caught.
Yeah,
He's
but
still a little bit of a blur.
phones only go to 60 frames per second.
No, not the new ones. They go up to 120.
They do? Why?
Yeah,
You don't, the eye can't perceive
motion.
over 80.
Slow motion.
Slow.
The higher frame rate you have, the more slow motion, the better slow
Fair.
motion looks.
I mean, I'm telling you guys.
I'm
the
going
speed
with
thing's
strength because I want to look the way that I do and be underestimated, and then just, like Taylor said, flip someone's car. I want to punch through a tree.
Imagine me.
No, because I would believe that you're strong. 100%.
No. I'm not talking about strength. I'll say, imagine me with the speed, right? Actually, forget that. I would take the speed. Do you know how many times I would bet people talking about, hey, you trying to race? What do you mean? You're not going to win, bro. Just race you, man. $100 right now.
Dude,
I'll give him a little bit head start, and then
go
I'll
to
run
the
them.
NFL. Taylor, you get super
Oh,
speed. Go to
my
the
goodness.
If you
NFL.
were in IRL, like in the real world, if you had super strength or super speed, yeah, any sport you could pick. You're
Yeah,
pretty
I'd
good.
be a monster.
You'd be like, oh, Taylor, he's on that. Oh, he killed a guy.
No,
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
be
you
really
shouldn't have done
inconspicuous. No, I'd be a logger. Like if I had super strength, I'd be a logger because I'll just come pick the tree up, roots and all, and walk away. And go sell an entire tree. No chainsaw needed. Hey, I want that tree removed. You got it.
I think
That
they're
would
also
be
going to destroy their lawn.
That'll be $400. Because, look, I also got rid of the stump. 3 minutes. Pick up. And, yeah, I'll throw it into the back of a truck and we'll go. I'll break the tree in half.
Okay. Now my brain was like, what truck can handle all that tree? But that's fair.
I'll break the
Alternatively,
tree in half.
though,
Huh?
you didn't. Why not like do construction?
No. Too conspicuous. I want to look. Because Paul Bunyan. That's why. Because I want my brand to be Paul Bunyan. Hey, look at this guy. He just comes and picks up your trees and leaves.
Which one is more believable, Spencer? I walk into your yard, no tools, equipment, grab a tree out from the roots, and put it on an unidentifiable vehicle and drive away. Or maybe you're just carrying some tough steel beams. Either way, I'll definitely tell you you're gonna get caught, Spencer.
Yeah.
I'm reporting you. And not even to be mean. I'm like, this guy's awesome. He lifted a whole tree out of the ground.
Dude,
It was awesome. He even filled the hole.
just to screw over the county because I still don't like them very much. I'd go out just during the day and push trees into the road. Have fun.
Oh!
Have fun. I've embedded them into the concrete. Have fun fixing that.
You know what, though? This brings up an interesting point. What superpowers do you believe are just perfectly suited for crime or petty, revenge?
Mind control for one. I'm going to say mind control right off the bat. Because you're taking people's agencies away, which is bad. Even villains, even bad people, they still need their agency. So, mind control that gets rid of their agency, that's a bad one. Let's get that off the table.
That's right. Okay.
Super
What about
speed
you?
is up. Sorry, go ahead.
Actually, ironically, telekinesis as well.
Oh.
Because if you can mind control someone, definitely can tell you that if you have the ability to move objects with your mind, how many people I would have just pushed downstairs.
I'm
Not because
pulling
I'm
trees out of the roots.
I'm being honest with you.
prepared.
For me, I think any elemental power,
Really?
fire, wind, water.
Fire is an evil
earth.
person. Fire,
Huh?
if you are a superhero that controls fire, you are hurting people in the worst way possible. You are catching them on fire. That is the worst way to die. And you are punching someone and barbecuing them.
Like with water, right?
Yeah, you just freeze underneath their feet and like you're done.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or not only that, hey, you shove water down their throat and make them drown.
Oh, you could. I mean, if you can control water, are we allowed to control the water in people's bodies?
Oh.
Because water is definitely transported by your blood to your heart,
Yeah.
all throughout your
You are
organs.
made of like 70%
I mean
water.
that just goes into blood bending, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just blood bending at that point.
What's
Rock.
one that-
Hey, Rock, you're just burying people. You're hitting people with stone.
Oh,
Or you're
I'm
burying
promising,
them with dirt.
if I had earthbending in any type of way or capacity, I would be a dickhead. I would sit on a park bench and like make people like trip on themselves
No.
Yeah.
all the time.
I think you do
That's
that with like
petty.
water. Like every time
That-
somebody walks or like they're about to have a moment, you just freeze the stuff under their feet,
That-
slip, fall, concussion.
That's very, very petty.
It
You
is.
know,
Now,
Cut me
and
off in traffic, freeze.
huh?
now here's the thing. I'm making my own roads. If I have earthbending, I'm making my own roads.
Would you do it while you're driving, Spencer?
Yes.
Tell me the truth. Like somebody like messed you up. You know what? And then you speed over them.
Yeah, no.
And then you
No,
just
I'm
ran a
lifting
sprint
the I am lifting the ground underneath them into like a 10-foot tall pillar, and they're stuck up there in their car. It's only big enough for
Nah.
their car. They're up, and they're done. You're stuck.
You know what you can do
Bye.
actually is probably worse?
What?
You just make instant potholes.
Oh,
Instant potholes! Right then and there.
and they're nasty ones too. Like their car flips type stuff.
Dude.
Like you shouldn't have cut me off, bro.
Asphalt's also like bendy, so like you can.
Yeah.
All right. I think that we've had a pretty good conversation, and we're just about out of time. So thank you all so much for watching this first episode of the Magically Mundane podcast. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Taylor, Desi, please tell them where they can find you if you have any other social medias.
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans for me too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to blow up.
Hey, man.
Gotta do what you gotta do, right?
We do join each other every so often, so.
A little bit.
Okay. In the next episode, rock, paper, scissors to see who's going to be hosting next.
All of us?
No, you two.
All right.
Rock,
Paper, scissors, shoot. All right, that's all you
Okay.
All right. Desi's going to be hosting the next episode, so
Yeah.
he's going to have to think of a topic and some hypotheticals as well. So
How would you decide to poop your pants? That's
Okay.
gonna be the topic.
you
No,
have
no, no.
okay. I mean, it can be anything. That might be the topic.
Oh, that's not good.
It's
Please
actually-
tune in next time to see if we're talking about pooping our pants, which we might. Anyways, bye-bye.